Hey everyone, this is Team Shockwave, and today I'll be commentating this matchup between the Yugi structure deck and the Kaiba structure deck, both releasing in the OCG just recently. So we did do an opening of the 2 box of the structure deck. If you guys want to check it out, there'll be a link down below, as well as an annotation at the end of this video. So going to this matchup, I'm playing the Yugi structure while I'm facing Jeff. And so first, on my first turn, I'm actually playing the Queen's Knight, and then I have 3 back row to help me to protect it, but really there's only one, and that's Magic Cylinder. But so on my next turn I was able to normal summon my King's Knight, so that allows me to switch summon my Jack Knight from my grave. I'm trying to stall as much as possible to get out a polymerization so I can fuse the 3, because right now when it comes to the Kaiba structure, it's either you have very high attack or very high defense, and that's what he used on right now in the start of his turn. When Jeff set down his monster was I believe 2000 in defense. He's playing the new ABC Dragon Cannon support cards that help with the new cards that's based from the movie, but unfortunately I can't do much, and with the extra deck that I was given, is they're basically all fusion. There's no exceeding. Yugi did not live long enough to live to see exceed something going on. So at this point, all I can do is just stall for time and try to get as best hand as possible to come back from this. But as you can see, Jeff has the higher advantage when it comes to attacking monsters. So he did have his A-Core Assault, and as well as his Blade Knight, which is a very old card, and it's, again, there's a lot of cards in this deck. Both sides are very nostalgic. It's like I haven't seen this one, and it was very fun just to play it, just because that you just pull out old combos that you just never thought you would do again. And as you can see, he's gonna go all out with his beat sticks, and there's really much I can do. I really didn't have a good hand from this point. So now we're gonna go to game 2. I decided to let Jeff to go first because I can add one more card. Really does make a difference, especially when Yuki's deck compared to Kaiba is not that very consistent, especially when he is focusing a lot on Dark Magician or the Electromagnetic Warriors that you might see later today. As you can see, he is playing the new field card for the basically the XYZ or ABC, whatever you want to call it. It's basically like tanking when you first activate. Add a light machine union monster from your deck to your hand, and then every time you normal special summon a union monster, you can attach union monster from your deck to the target that was summoned. That was if it's appropriate. So, but and that's pretty much it. Jeff is gonna end his turn by summon his Y to Z, but then I played the Dark Magic Curtains to switch on my Dark Magician, play the Dark Magic attack, and then now on response, Jeff played the Shrink to reduce my attack in half for the turns. I played the Swords and Light just to protect my monsters, just in case I need to use as tribute summon or any other fusion summon that I need to bring out, because when it comes to the Yugi structure deck, there's a lot of requirements to special summon these bigger monsters that he has in his deck, say Valkyrie or Gaia or Curse the Dragons, and it's very difficult if Jeff is able to like run over my monster over and over. So 3 turns will give me a little more time to protect them. If you guys are wondering what the face down monster I destroy, that's basically a Assault Core, one of the new ABC's support cards that's kind of coexisting with the XYZ Dragon Cannon that Kaiba had in the Battle City days. So basically, when it's sent to the graveyard, you're able to add a union monster from your graveyard to your hand, and then I believe that when it's attached to a union monster as an equip card, you're able to prevent your equip monster from being affected by effect monster, if I'm not mistaken. So as you can see, he tried his best to use cards like interdimensional matter to protect his Y Dragon Head, so he can use the Z Metal Tank that he received back from his grave to actually boost his attack. But unfortunately, I did have the Dark Magician Girl to tribute over the Beta Warrior and then attack over, and just pretty much a game from here. So we're going to game 3, and I start my play by summoning Gamma Electromagnetic Warrior. This is the card that's like Moran the Captain, so when it's summoned, I can special summon a level 4 or lower Magnetic Warrior from my hand. So I'm going to do that with Beta. Beta, when summoned, is like the Stratos, so I'm able to add a level 4 or lower Electromagnetic Warrior or Magnetic Warrior from my deck to my hand, and I add in the Alpha. This way, on my next turn, I can actually summon the Alpha. Alpha allows me to search for a level 8 Magnetic Warrior, so Berseryon or Valkyrie, but it's smarter to get out Berseryon just because of it's easier to summon compared to Valkyrie's summoning condition. So basically, the Electromagnetic Warrior has like 2 Strato-ish kind of monsters and a Moran the Captain, but unfortunately I can't get over the Jeff's high defense monster because, like I mentioned before, and when it comes to the Kaiba structure deck, you either have high defense or high attack. So it's very smart for him to actually stall what he needs to, whatever he's planning to do for this game. So I can easily just summon the Berserker and attack over it if, since I already knew that he has a high defensive monster. But unfortunately, the Berseryon's effect is that it requires a Magnetic Warrior from the graveyard to able to banish it, so I can destroy 1 card on the field. And since if I was going to banish all 3 requirements, meaning that I wouldn't have any way to actually destroy a monster only by through attack, so I thought it was just a waste to bring a big monster that wouldn't do much, especially when I'm going to be losing 3 monsters on the field to order to bring him out. So now on Jeff's turn, he's going to summon his A core. This allows him to use the Yugi Hanger's effect to attach a Yugi monster from his deck to his to A core itself, and this way A cores cannot be affected by any trap cards while attached with that Union monster. So at this point, I couldn't do anything to protect from A core's attacks, so I'm gonna take some damage. But on my next turn, I'm gonna play the Dark Magic Curtain so I can actually do some damage back to him. But unfortunately, Union monster does share the similar effects of that they protect the monster they equip from destruction 1 time only. So this way I can just get rid of the equipped monster, but then again it will activate its effect to special summon a Union monster from his hand when it's sent to the graveyard. And that's what's so great about these ABC new support, because these cards really have a lot of synergy summoned to the field or being sent to the graveyard due to various other cards such as the field card or their own inherent effects. So as you can see, when White Dragon Hands is special summoned, it activates the Union Hangers. So again, Jeff is activating the effect to attach the Metal Tank to the White Dragon Hands to boosting up the defense even more. So right now, it's very hard for me to attack over some of these monsters, and Dark Magician is my only viable target to actually attack these monsters in some various way. So Jeff summoned his heavy mech support. Is another new Union monster for the structure deck, and when it's normal summon, he's able to special summon a Union monster from the graveyard to the field, and when it's equipped to an actual monster, that monster cannot be targeted. So it's a pretty good monster, especially if you want to reuse some of the monsters you want to bring back. I believe that he was trying his best to try to get the XYZ Dragon Cannon onto this game, but unfortunately he has no way to searching out for the X head cannon because it's just a normal light machine monster. It's not a Union monster, so it's not in the realm of searching for the Union Hanger field card when first activated. So at the end of the battle phase, I activate the Reborn Kuribo. Is a new Kuribo card in the structure deck, and at the end of the battle phase, I can discard this card from my hand, so I can special summon one of the destroyed monsters that was destroyed by battle back to the field. So this way it allows me to bring back the Alpha, activating Alpha's effect to search out for Valkyrie, the Magnetic Warrior, from my deck to my hand. The reason why I'm doing this is because I do have Polymerization in my hand, and since I searched out for Berseryon earlier in this game, I can actually fuse into the Super Hyperion Magnum if I really need to. So I decided to actually use the polymerization diffuse to get my future monster out, because I really need to clear his board, because it's really hard to go over all these monsters, especially when some of these using monsters does have their effect to activate when they're sent to the graveyard. So I had to tread lightly from this point. So as of now, I know some of the Queen's Knights because I do have Mirror Force, and I was hoping that it was force him to attack in some way if he's able to come back from this in his next turn. So when I attack with my Super Empyrean Magnum on his White Dragon Head, I did activate his effect to negate the Z Metal Tank from protecting it from battle. So on his next turn, he actually played the Enemy Controller, forcing me to activate my effect to negate it for the turn. And unfortunately, I did have to do it because I had no way in telling what he had planned if I actually did give my Super Magnum to him. So he did have a backup plan, of course. So he's going to play the Soul Chain to summon his Kaiser Glider Dragon. And this way, he can't really attack, so he's going to end his turn. And he's looking still pretty good, just because of I know that he can actually bring out the ABC Dragon Cannon if you really want to, but I think he just want to play it safe for now. And of course, I'm just gonna attack over the Kaiser Glider Dragon, but he does have that new spell card from the Kaiba structure like that. When activated, he needs to send a Blue Eyes from his hand or his deck, and then he can choose one monster on the field. While that monster is face up, it's basically a Fiendish Chain, so basically I'm not able to attack for the rest of the turn it was face up. And from there, he's going to Contact Fuse into his ABC Dragon Cannon and started to just banish the Dark Magician out of the way. He decided not to attack because I believe he might just be smelling the Mirror Force that I already have set down, just because that we did do the deck opening and he did see Mirror Force was in it. So right now, he's gonna use the effect of the ABC Dragon to banish one of my cards again. So he's luckily just got rid of the Mirror Force, and now he's feeling a little bit safer just to attack. So as of now, I really have nothing to go on for this, and that's pretty much game from here because I can't come back from this, and this is pretty much it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys liked what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. There will be more videos based on this deck later on when the actual new support comes out here in TCG. This is Brock from the Shockwave, signing out.